Hello and welcome to episode 62 of the Fools on a Hill podcast, where we bring you the latest news and our expert opinion on the newest releases in the world of music. I'm Cal, and I'm joined by my lovely two co-hosts. Both of these fucking spots on my forehead. What are they? Can you see them?
Look at those guys.
Can you see them?
Talking to the right guy about
That
spots.
is very horrible for you.
They are
to be honest.
maffis. They really hurt.
I think I found one on my head yesterday, actually, so I'll join your little club.
Wow, I didn't know spots could talk. Oh, no, they can't. But I am also joined by Yanni and Liam.
Yeah. Hello, Cal.
Hello.
Also very rude.
I do apologise. I just wanted a visual-based pun to start the podcast this week because you might be able to see our faces.
It's
Potentially.
possible.
We have done absolutely zero preparation for this, so it might not work.
Yes. Right. The idea is we're going to be recording visual elements to each podcast moving forward. Fingers crossed. The problem is this is our first time doing it this way, so it might go tits up.
Pete Tone.
Or Pete Tong. Hopefully it doesn't, because if it doesn't, then you'll be getting a visual aspect every week, as long as I, do my job.
Here's one job.
And no, I have to.
Yeah, I'm joking. I just
be the
meant
boss of the podcast. Yeah.
visual in general.
And yeah,
He's
we're
the
going
looker.
to try this out. We're all doing it in slightly different ways, so who knows? Liam?
Liam Godfrey,
Well, everyone at home, for the very first time, I think.
you ready to witness
Witness
the fitness?
the cracking open of the black
Quick
stuff.
little tap, little push, get it all. Oh, it feels tense. This one feels tense.
Oh, what a noise.
Yeah, man.
Go on. Start
Look at that.
start glugging it.
No, you gotta let it breathe for a second.
Well-
you gotta let it breathe.
Well, while it breathes, I thought I'd mark this occasion with a nice special brew as well. Normally, I have a cup of tea or some very, very weak squash. But I brought myself a little Kolsch, Liam.
Oh, gosh.
It's actually quite a big Kolsch. It's a very
It
big
is.
bottle.
Big boy.
Well, I
Almost
thought I'd mark
bigger
the
than my head.
occasion too by having something that I'd normally have, which is a kind of Carlsberg's finest
Lovely.
Pilsner.
Better than Budweiser, eh?
Pilsner, baby.
Pilsner,
Certainly
baby.
is.
It's not the
You
king
drinking
of
that
beers.
straight out the drinking out of the bottle there, Cal? Yeah.
Mhm.
Cold out of
Alright.
the bottle.
All right, Tiny.
I do have a Cologne Football Club glass, but I couldn't be bothered washing it later.
You've got to pour it out because you've got to get that nice big frothy Kolsch head.
I've got a big enough head myself, mate, so I'm all right.
Nice.
Thank
People
you.
watching can't see that.
Because we're live visually.
Oh, that is
That's perfect.
a cracking pour.
I'm
that,
very
mate.
nervous here. This left hand is shaking. You can see
Yeah, I
that.
can see.
Oh.
Oh, my
Oh,
God,
no.
shaking like
It's
a
like
shitting
Jurassic
dog.
Park,
No, you can't.
that.
I've just got to mention something. There's something, I don't know if you can hear it, making a noise on my recording.
Yeah, I can actually hear it.
I can
Is it
actually hear it as well.
Is it
yeah.
a fan
Oh.
of some kind? Oh, no.
No, do you know what? It might be my work laptop.
Are you plugged in?
I'm just going to turn it off.
Turn it off.
Whatever work's going on that laptop is now gone. Do it.
We're gonna, carry on like we normally would with our regular podcast. Liam's gone very dark all of a sudden.
Yeah, sorry, one of my monitors have gone off. That wasn't a good idea, messing with the status quo.
While Liam does that, we're gonna move on to the segment we've aptly called "What's the Story?" Yeah, Viagra Boys have announced a new album. Cave World's going to be released July 8th, which is of course Liam. Whose birthday is that?
It is Callum's grandmother,
Nan.
Isabella.
No. It's my Nan, Isabel.
Well,
Two bits of information there that you got wrong.
Is it Isabel? Sorry,
It
I'm
is.
talking legally. She is your grandmother. Take that to court law.
And Isabella is just the name that he holds
That's
her
what I
between
call-
themselves.
Yeah. That's between me and you, now, Carl. Sorry.
Fair enough. Silly mistake. Silly mistake. We excited for that album, boys?
Yeah.
We'll talk about the single later.
Yeah.
If you'd have asked me a week ago before said single, the answer categorically would have been meh.
You're
maybe that's changed.
you're the resident Viagra boy.
Yeah, I'm full of Viagra. That second album didn't do much for me, so I wouldn't have been very excited.
Full of Viagra because when you want him to go away, he just sticks around.
Right? Hard and empty.
If you're lucky.
Just full of blood.
Just full of blood. That's it. We've got another section.
Have we?
Yeah, it's
Fuck yeah.
it's called Hot Off the Press. We're in the mystical land of Hot Off the Press. The first bit of music we're going to cover is an EP, which of course stands for what, Callum?
Exceptionally porpoised.
So disappointed with himself there.
I'm never normally the one who's put on the spot there.
No, that's
now
what
we
I
know
picked
why.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now we know why.
it's a bit awkward, isn't it? English
So,
teacher have released the EP Polly Awkward. Has, I believe, 4 songs, but correct me if I'm wrong.
5.
It
Wow.
has 5 songs.
4.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I said 4. It has 5 songs plus one very strange choice. Let's go through
A
them
choice.
very
It's
quickly.
a
Actually,
choice.
I want to just say overall, because it'll sound like I had this idea originally. All of these songs sounded a lot more enjoyable to me as a whole project than when we covered them
Wow.
as individual singles.
It's funny you said that.
Signals.
Yanni. Because yeah, I feel exactly the same way.
Yeah, Justin Timberlake made an appearance in the group chat before, didn't he?
Whoa.
Okay, he's back. Yeah, I like this EP, to be fair. I think all the songs sounded very similar, but no, they did.
There's a style there. There's definitely something they're going for.
But they all
That's
work
clear.
together a lot better than individually, which I'm very surprised at because I was thinking, like all of them together, it'll be a bit too much. But yeah, I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, definitely. I felt exactly the same way. The singles, especially, like I forgot. Well, I remember really enjoying "Good Grief" as well. The bass line, particularly for that song, was very good. But I don't remember caring much for "Mental Math." That was a single, wasn't it? "Mental Math."
They all
Yeah.
were. Polly Awkward was released a couple of days before the EP, I think.
Oh, was it? Oh, I
think so.
didn't catch that before the EP. But A55 "Mental Math," I don't remember caring for very much at all. But yeah, within this, and then the addition of "Polly Awkward," which is also a good tune. Some great kind of parts to it. I'm just going to get this out there right now. One of the best bass players in the game right now. In indie music, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting bass lines. I think it's in Polly Awkward. There's what sounds almost like a fretless bass that you'd hear in like kind of Paul Simon or something. There's one little line that sounds really good, and every time it's played, it tickles me.
Paul Simon's got that fretless bass inside him.
It's jammed right up there. But yeah.
Just sniff the microphone.
Forgot what my next point was.
That's it. That's what you got to say. Fucking hell, mate.
No, someone else talk because I need to quickly listen through so I can remember the rest of the thoughts.
I don't really have a lot more to say on the individual tracks apart from the Tapas one. Yorkshire Tapas, it's called, I believe.
Yes.
Didn't enjoy this. Liam, why don't you
fuck
remind everyone what you... or should we insert
Yeah, I'll insert the audio.
Insert it. Yeah, just do that.
Yes, have fun with that one.
Insert it here now. I'm listening to this fucking English teacher EP, and 3 songs in, Mental Maths. A lot funkier than I remember. Enjoying it. I think wow, I don't remember this being this good. I've enjoyed it so far. Next song starts. It's a fucking HSBC advert. What is going on? What is this poetry? I can't deal with it, mate. Can't. Got to that point, and I was thinking, do you know what? I might actually get this on vinyl. I had a pre-order. I cancelled it. I think I might get it. The first song's pretty good. Great bass line. And, the rest of the songs are pretty decent, better than I remembered. But fuck me, why? It's like the fucking Always Sunny episode when Dee and Charlie are doing fucking slam poetry. Oh my god, it's so annoying. And the rest of the songs are bangers as well. The bass that comes in is so sick. Fucking hell. Yeah, no, it was literally, as I've said there, as you just heard. It's that. Hey, is it? Maybe it's a nationwide advert. That
Mhm.
is it. Slam poetry that's called. Or is it deaf poetry or something? Whatever that is, that like where you kind of like fake laughing while you're delivering a poem. Oh, I fucking hate it. I hate it so much. It makes me feel physically sick, cringe as I'm listening to it. The story, well, on those adverts always pissed me off as well because they're stupid. This one was like fine, and it annoyed me more because the bass underneath it was quite good, and then the music that kicks in once it finishes is really good.
Yeah,
Well,
that
at
was a
least
point
on
I wanted
par
to
with the
make.
rest of the EP. And I was like, I hate the whole first part of the song. And I'm not against English teacher in this sense. I just hate that style very
Yeah.
much. I think they did it well. She did it well, for what it's worth. I hate it though. Don't give it to me again.
I think it was a bit of a shame that they kind of wasted that music.
No, it's not
idea on
shame.
this.
It's English teacher. Mate.
Oh, good. Thanks for doing that over the point I was making and not waiting until I finished.
Carl, I agree with your point though.
Thank you. Did
We
you
didn't finish.
hear it? Did you?
Yeah, I agree.
You repeat that for me. Sorry.
No, I actually can't.
Something about Shame, the band, but it's the wrong band.
Yes, it is wrong band, mate.
Mental Maths, though, I really, really like from this EP. And that's, again, interesting because it was a single, but I am
I like
big
that one
fan
too.
of that.
Mm.
I think I might, mate, buy this.
I think there's
but
only like
I'll
17,
probably wait
I
till
think there's only like 17 copies left on their Bandcamp.
Yeah, there were 15 when I checked earlier. But it's almost 20 quid with
I know.
postage and that.
It's
and
not
so I
out till
think
September either.
It'll be in sales at some point, but I think I will. I'd like to own this.
I've got it on order, and I did regret it as soon as I did it, but I'm actually quite excited to have it now.
Yeah. I cancelled mine, didn't I, and ordered something else. But when I get it, I will scratch out the whole first part of Yorkshire Tapas. So just skip straight over it. I'm just going to do a groove that links to the right groove, so it just kicks straight into the music.
Groove denied. Hey.
Totally.
Yeah, I don't think I was very complimentary about any of these singles at all when we've covered them previously. So I was very shocked with how much I enjoyed this. And I agree about your point about the bass player, Liam. Well done. Let's move on maybe and cover other people. Sinead O'Brien has released another song off the album that's due to come out, which we've
Time,
probably
Bend,
mentioned.
and Break the Bower. I think.
Yeah, it is. It's on June, I think.
June 10th,
Or
maybe.
July.
Okay.
Thanks, Yanni, for
just
being
as
on board with that.
Sorry. Guys, I love the Irish accent. Okay. I love it.
You're getting in that ahead of our album spotlight.
Yeah, I love the Irish accent so much. But I hate her voice in this song. It is so annoying, so grating, which is a shame because I really like the music. It sounded a bit war painty to me. And
yeah, I agree with that actually. It does sound well painted.
Thanks, mate. And I really wish that the heavy part that teases you with every so often went on for longer than it did. Yeah, I'm in the middle with it. Maybe I'll grow to sort of like her voice a bit more, but as it stands, really just pissed me off.
Hmm.
I think you should grow to like a voice, but I don't think you will.
I've actually grown to dislike her voice.
For God's sake.
More. Yeah, no. The thing with this is, if you asked me to distinguish between this and the last single, I'd have no idea which one was which. And I think even if I listened to them a million times, I still wouldn't know. I just don't. I feel like it's too much of the same thing now.
I get where you're coming from with that, but I thought that the difference in the music itself and the heavier nature of it kind of made up for that a little bit. I do feel like we've said nearly every time Sinead O'Brien's released a track that the melody, there's only so much she could do with that style of, what's it called, Liam?
Sprechgesang.
Thank you. And the way that she kind of like holds her notes to kind of like overlap the line. There's only so much she could do with that. And if she's not going to change, then she needs to have change in the music, which I think this track did well enough. And it kind of forgave some of the bizarre melody choices that seem to be a constant in her music. But I thought this was one of the better offerings we've had since Most Modern Painting, for sure.
Thank you, Cal.
Thanks, Carl.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving on, we've mentioned them before, But Viagra Boys are back with the song Ain't No Thief. And boy, is this a stonker. It is fat with a
Bang,
PH.
it bangs, does it? It really does bang.
It is so
This song
good.
fucks. I'm going to say it, strong F. This song fucks.
It does.
Take that however you want to take it. I think it was maybe a little bit too long.
Yeah, I can see
It
that.
didn't need to be quite as long, maybe a minute shaved off. But I was enjoying what they were putting down here.
Yeah. I enjoyed the lyrics as well. They were quite humorous. Don't ask me to quote what any of them were, but
Go on, name
basically
your
it was just about like saying he has the same things as someone else, but he ain't no thief. And yes, I very much enjoyed it.
I didn't concentrate on any of the lyrics, but I enjoyed the track as a whole as well. I liked how frantic it was. I've not listened back to the last album one bit. Is it remotely like this? Because I can't remember.
No, I don't think so.
No.
I think this. I haven't listened back to them much since that we covered that second album either, but it reminds me more of the first album. This, I think.
Cool.
I think from memory. I think they tried to be a bit more kind of like melodic maybe in the second album. Didn't quite work the same, but if you like this, I do recommend. And we didn't cover this because it was on a busy week, but you should go and listen to that Varm Dusha album because that ticks a lot of the same boxes as this song. I thought
sick.
But
Liam, what have we got next?
Sorry?
No need to apologise, mate.
Oh, seamless.
Yeah, that's right.
Sorry's back. Yeah.
Sorry seems to
There's
be
so
the
many
hardest
people
word.
that want to be loved. Do you want to be loved, boys?
Always.
I think there's so
Yeah.
many people that want to be loved.
Wow. This was originally on not originally. This was on live at the I think it was Windmill, live at the Windmill record that they put out. They're just on vinyl. That I got. And it from memory it hasn't changed since then, I suppose. But I remember liking it off that record. And I still like it. I like the song. It's very nice.
Also very much like it. I'm going to say, before Cal ruins our day, that I thought there were parts of this that sounded quite pavementy.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
guitar work, I think it was more than anything that maybe gave it that kind of vibe. Because it was all, and I suppose like the sort of lax nature of everything that was being played. So yeah, I got them kind of vibes. Maybe that's why I liked it more.
What's it called when there's a part of this song towards the end, from memory, that where she's saying there's so many people that want to be loved over and over again. Says it like a number of times, and then says it again a few more times. But at that point, the music changes and becomes, I don't know if it becomes more minor, or it just becomes kind of like
a coda.
I suppose so, but it's the same vocals. Like the vocals don't change really at all, but the music changes, and I really love that in music when it's done well. Really love that.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
it happened in a song I think we covered last week was similar, did similar kind of thing. But
Yeah, I like it when that also happens. I was going to say basically the same thing, and then I realised it was the same thing. Callum, why don't you ruin our day? Come on.
I liked it, but I didn't like it as much as I thought I was going to. They did like a teaser, which sounded like it was going to be really mental. Or have I dreamt this? That there was. It seemed like I think the video was like quite neon-y, and I just remember the
Neon-y?
I think the music would have just been at one of the slightly more busy parts of the song.
Yeah, but I thought that was going to kind of like be like the whole thing. So when I listened to it, I was a bit confused. I liked it very much like the record. I didn't really gel with it too much, but I didn't dislike it.
There was one other song on the live record that I mentioned that also had a long name. I can't remember what it was. I'm hoping they put that out because I remember obviously they were the two new tracks on that record. I remember enjoying them both, and them both being slightly different to the other Sorry stuff, and similar. So hopefully, to each other, and so hopefully the next one will be the next one. The next one.
Can you still get Cigarette Packet in separate on vinyl? Because I love them two tunes, and they're like the only real ones that I really care about from Sorry.
Wow.
and the
possible.
like main one from the album. What was that called?
Perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah, that was a tune.
That's a very good
It's a
song.
slapper. I don't know.
It's a slapper.
While you have a look into that, I'm going to move on to the next one.
And he's
Go on.
7 remaining.
You're
but it's
free to
9
do
quid
so,
for
Yanni.
2 songs.
So many people talk there. No idea what's going on. Florence and the Machine, another single off their upcoming album. The song is called Free. Not got much to say about this, to be honest. It was a bit meh.
I like the I liked it. That's kind of it, really. It was nice, for music that's probably going to be played on the radio a lot. It's decent.
Mm-hmm.
It's got an other interesting drum beat. There's quite a bit more upbeat than the song itself, which is interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious for Florence and the Machine, though, isn't it? It's not really much like in the way of surprise.
Yeah, I suppose.
However, Bill Nye was in the video, and that is always a great time.
Didn't watch the video.
You should.
As
No,
a
Bill Nye
awkward-
makes my days better.
It's a little bit awkward. The video on my thing has just frozen, so I don't really know what's going on with that.
They record the video.
Yes.
That's
Okay.
great.
Not really often.
So you may be experiencing a brief cutout of Yanni. Maybe just stop it and restart, and you faded to black for a second here. We're here, though, to give you thumbs up, aren't we, Carl?
We fade to
Conk.
grey.
It's currently saying 0 in video length.
So that's
Oh
good.
god! And it's got a line through the play button, which probably means that ain't recording.
That's a shame.
I'm gonna.
No shame this week.
Oh, it's not often that Yanni has the technical issues.
No, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna record from now on because we've still got quite a bit left. So. And
Did
if
it not come up asking you to save that file, no?
it drops it into a thing, and it's just not.
Oh, right, man asked me to save it when I finished.
I'll just record it on my phone. I've got plenty of memory on my phone.
So you may experience a slight change in
4K, do you reckon?
broadcasting. My video's on 2 gig. I'm sure yours is the same, Carl.
2.26.
I don't really know what to suggest
me too.
here. In terms. Oh, why is it doing that? That seems like it's not very nice. Very flashy on the video. Oh well. Anyway, yeah. So I'll work that out. I'll just remember it's around Florence and the Machine that the video cut out. Moving on. I think we are, aren't we?
Yeah.
We are to better days.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no, you took too long. No one was there. That should have, come on. Come on.
All right, mate. Yeah, it's Liam Gallagher. He's back again. The song is Better Days. My thoughts are he's seen better days. And
He has. I was quite excited based off the intro. I thought musically it sounded all right. The lyrics are so naff, and the melody is extremely forced in places. Pretty shit, really.
I enjoyed it more than the other singles. I would say that much.
Yeah.
Because the music was at least a little bit more interesting. But I could have done without it.
Oh, 100%. Could do without this whole album that he's going to bring out, I think.
Yeah.
Lol. Anyway, moving on to The Smile with the song Free in the Knowledge. My God, this was beautiful. I really like this.
Yeah, another very good offering from the album. I wasn't as into it as much the last release, but it is still bloody lovely, and I'm excited for the full project.
Mirrors, yeah. I watched Peaky Blinders, by the way.
All of it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, me and Eddie watched it all in one day. Or 2 days.
Wow.
And I heard one of the Smile songs in there.
Sorry, the whole series?
No, the last season.
Right.
Yeah, that's
I was
insane.
gonna say, was that even possible? Like, I don't know.
No, don't think so. Yeah, we watched the last season the other weekend.
What did you think?
I thought it was all right. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
I thought
but also
the season as a whole was pointless apart from the end.
yeah,
which is what it is.
yeah, you're right. Or I think it's just because they seem to skip over so many things. Like it needed to be like 2 seasons. But they obviously just wanted to finish off. No, with what they were putting, they could have either just stripped it all out, or what they were putting in, they needed to go into more. Like it just wasn't like
Yeah, actually, yeah, I know what you mean.
they didn't meet the middle ground very well. But I thought Tommy Shelby was pretty good in it. Tom Hardy's character was great.
Alfie.
Nice to see him again. Alfie, yeah, Alfie Solomon. And yeah, I agree. Most of it was pointless.
Okay, moving on.
Thanks for that.
Speaking of pointless, Declan McKenna.
I thought you were going on to the war paint song then.
Absolutely not. Has released a song called Elephant, which is a demo. It's on Bandcamp only, but
it's also available for only 2 weeks because it's a charity single for something to do with saving the world, and it's to emphasise that
some charity shit.
Things aren't permanent and all that sort of jazz. But to go into the song,
stupid.
You know what is permanent?
NFTs.
My disdain for this song.
Yeah, it's not good, is it?
No.
It might be one that grows on you. I'm clutching at straws a little bit here.
Like measles.
There's some sort of like slow dubstep breakdown, which is very bizarre. Insert clip of Kara singing "How Bizarre." I won't do that because that'd be very strange. I can't imagine ever listening to this again. $1.99 well spent.
I haven't listened to it, so I don't owe you anything. You have to ask Yanni for the extra 99.5 pence.
I think you should pay me for making me listen to this. If I'm honest. Yeah, it was shit. The start of it sounded like 100,000 people. I think it's called by Kings of Leon. It sounds like exactly the same instrument that's being played, and it's the same chord. Anyway, yeah, shit. Warpaint. We're going to move on to them because they're not shit. Have released another song called Hips, and
do they lie?
Yes, they don't lie. I put
certainly not.
Yes, please. That's what I
really like this song.
This was very good.
It's my least favourite of the ones so far, but I think it's going to be a grower. I do think it's going to be a grower.
Not everything's competition, Callum.
No, but growers.
Enjoy the music.
Growers, not showers. All the best ones are. There was like a computerized beat in the background that was pissing me off a little bit, but the bass was naughty.
I would say it's quite funny that you think this is your least favourite, because I think this is the most that sounds like old Warpaint.
Brilliant.
So
superb.
Would you agree, Liam? The darker elements of the song, definitely.
Yeah, I suppose so. Is it very clear? You can feel the progression a lot though in this song.
Oh yeah. I'm not saying they've not moved on, but
yeah, I agree.
So
it's nice. It's a nice progression. Sorry, I was going on to a different point. It's a nice progression, and it kind of works very well. I feel like there's been quite a lot of bands in the last year or so that have reached like the whatever album, that's a new term. That have actually finally reached the right point of the progression, and this is one of them for sure. This feels like a good spot.
Yes.
Do you know what I
mean? Definitely. Mogwai have got the final track from this week's Hot Off the Press with the song Bolt 4. This is an instrumental track, and I actually really like this.
My man. Yeah. Considering it's a 6-minute instrumental, I think
it does feel like that.
No, I think it does a really good job of staying interesting. Gave me the feels.
Yeah.
I just really liked it. I really liked quite a bit of the last album, but I think all of it, bar Richie Sacramento, was instrumental, and it is a bit too much to kind of digest. But as a little one-off, I really liked it.
Do you know what, boys?
Oh,
so that for a setup.
Brilliant.
Yeah, baby. Mirrors. Yeah, no, I really enjoyed this. Really just felt myself being washed away by it. I liked it.
Yeah, washed away is a good term to use.
Good sounds. Good sounds all around. Well done, Mogwai.
Well done, Mogwai.
Well done. Round of applause, Mogwai. Moving on to, something we... I've got nothing here. Album Spotlight's what it's called. Let's move on.
So here we are in the
All right,
land,
Kelly.
in the land of the spotlight. We are covering Fontaines D.C. and their third album, SKINTY FIA. Liam, I do just want to kind of start it off a bit fast. However, I've wanted to hear you try and pronounce this all day. How do you pronounce the opening track of this album?
I don't know.
No,
I
would give it your best bet.
He says it's what's in our. That's pretty obvious. And then is it like Grieve? They sing it.
They
but
do.
It's not clear.
No.
But they don't say the go. They don't say the Godeo bit at the end.
No.
And Griave. It's like Griave. It sounds like they're saying.
Yeah, it does sound like that. You're right.
That's what I'm gonna go with. And
Wow.
it's in our Griave Godio. I pronounced that completely wrong.
Go, Dio.
On purpose. Yeah, I don't know, mate. Thanks, though.
Brill. Does anybody have anything they want to say before we get into the tracks?
Do you know what skinty means?
No.
No.
It means it's got two meanings. The literal term is something to do with the extinction of the Irish deer.
That explains the
And
album.
some sort of like saying to do with that. And it's used colloquially as basically fuck's sake. It's like, oh, fuck's sake. You know, skinty fear. Is that right?
Liam, I had no idea you're Irish.
I am actually, yeah. Liam's an Irish name, so I'll take that.
Yeah.
And
That's it. That's my fact.
And
That's fine.
you're basically 30% Guinness at this point. So just by
true.
default, you are now Irish.
That's true.
So yeah,
Go on,
how was the opener pronounced again, Liam? Can you remember?
In our I don't know. I'm trying to sing along.
That's just
Brilliant.
not in
No
our-
idea.
Yeah,
I found out what this meant. If you want me to tell you,
Always.
Yeah.
I think it's in our hearts forever.
That
Okay.
makes sense.
That makes sense. You can only get that from what it says there.
In our basically says hearts.
I thought this was a great opener.
Niam.
I was expecting it to be like a minute and a half for some bizarre reason. But I'm glad it was a fully fleshed song.
No, it should have been a minute and a half.
No, I don't agree.
No, I don't agree.
Not a minute and a half. A minute and a half would have been too short. It didn't need to be 6 minutes.
No, I really like it.
I think this is a fantastic opener.
Isn't it just?
The tension that builds up throughout
Oh.
is bloody good.
I think I just wish there was something else vocally going on.
Well,
We'll come back to that
Just
point, Liam.
Just something
yes, we
else.
certainly will, won't we?
No. But I mean, literally, like lyrically, there should have been more words.
Yeah, when you said vocally, I
It
got
wasn't.
that, mate.
Oh. I thought you meant vocally as in delivery. Sorry.
Yeah,
Shut up. Shut up.
Yeah, well, anyway, me and Cal like the opener, so there's that.
Get up yourselves.
who does he
Um,
think he is? But he missed a big shot.
That's the name of the next song.
Do you want to fact about this song?
Oh, fucking hell. Mr. Fact
This
Man.
one's credited to the
I'm the
guitarist.
facts man.
It was written by the guitarist.
Wow.
Okay.
There you go. So the lyrics are not something you'd associate with the main with the singer. I think that's if you read them, it's not quite his style, it seems, and I think that makes sense given that he didn't write it.
Good
But
fact.
that doesn't, it's not anything positive or negative. I personally really like this song.
I do, however, I thought the vocals were extremely drony. That is something that I find to be quite
A
prominent.
recurrence.
Yeah, quite prominent throughout the album. Because quite a lot of the tracks are quite slow, and I really don't
Yeah.
think that lends well to the style.
Mm.
But that's just me. And Yanni, by the
That's
sounds of
not
it.
just you. Yeah, I like this one. It was too repetitive though, which unfortunately is going to be something that I repeat throughout
Mm.
this. All the parts I thought were great though. It's just could have done with less of them.
Yeah, I think I agree with your last statement there about all the parts were good. Yeah, no, I like this song. I think though that I've set up this sentence completely wrong. What I have to say clean. What I want to say is, for me, I might as well say it here because it's true for every song on this album. Really, is that I really feel like they've really found the right sound on this album. I think sound-wise, musically, guitars and stuff like that, and the drums all sound really good, and it's the best they've sounded. I don't know if I think the songs are the best songs they've written.
Okay.
Okay.
Having
Fair
not
enough.
listened to really any of their other stuff, I can still see your point about how the sound they've got is really good, and
their ability, like the guitar playing and stuff, is really a bit
ability
more
is
interesting
good,
and
yeah.
stuff like that. Is it's a bit more inventive.
yeah, I agree with your points, even though I've not listened to much
Thank
of the
you
other
for
stuff.
agreeing.
Was the shortened version of what I was going to say. Moving on, How Cold Love Is. I basically have the same points as the previous song, if I'm being honest. Nothing more to add.
Yeah, I like the actual song itself a little bit more, but yeah, I'm pretty much the same on it. The voice was extremely drony.
And I think the same as last song as well. Different thoughts to both of you. Yeah, I know what you mean about the drony voice. I just think maybe I've listened to enough that it doesn't
That doesn't
bother
bother me,
too
you
much.
know, which you'd think,
Yeah, it
because I'm
doesn't.
the most awkward when it comes to strange vocals. Well, I feel like I am with the newer stuff we cover anyway.
Yeah,
but this
probably.
doesn't really bother me
I
at
think
all.
it works.
I think it works,
really well.
yeah. There's obvious times where he's not in key whatsoever, but like it doesn't bother me in the slightest.
Yeah, no, I agree completely.
And I think it's because there is still like
Go,
a
go.
little bit of a looseness to the playing as well. It's not always perfect. So I feel like it fits the vibe, man.
But yeah, I quite like the melody on this one. They sit in their room, that part, the guitar doing like doo-doo. It sounds. I like that. The motion of this song is pretty good.
Well, we must move on to, I want to say it, the best song on the album.
Yep.
One
One of the best songs of the year
Yeah.
so far, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
to be fair, mate. Yeah,
Do you know what, lads? Hey, bob on.
Jackie down the line, in case you couldn't have guessed. We've covered this before, so we don't need to spend too much time
What
on
a fucking stonker, though.
It is,
it's a dirty
absolutely.
little stonker, innit?
Yeah.
He's a dirty little stonker.
I really like the higher register he sings in. That is
Yeah.
definitely a key factor. It'll be a recurring theme in the songs that I like throughout the album. But this is by far the best. So probably not the best tactic to release the best one first.
Got you excited, though, didn't it?
It did.
And did you order the album?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it did its job, didn't it?
Yeah.
They know what they're doing, these lads.
I didn't order
yeah.
it straight away though.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Moving on, unfortunately, to Bloomsday,
Oh,
which was
Gloomsday.
which was a big old task to get through. It was unfortunately very boring, in my opinion, which was exaggerated because it was right after the best song on the album, which is not boring at all. So yeah, bit disappointed by this one.
Yep. Same.
I agree, but I also will add that I think it sounds nice. If you just listen to it, if you just put it on now,
I am.
what's going on is nice and good, but it's an issue that they came into with that they had with the last album as well, of just like a few songs that just kind of like, do you know what I mean?
I feel like it's bad placement.
What's the purpose
for me? Because like everything about the song sort of works. That his vocal delivery suits the song very much, especially when he's saying Bloomsday and it's just dragging out and it feels very like you're sludging through mud. And it suits the vibe of it, and I like the guitar, sort of low guitar riff, the do the bit that it does. But I just feel like it's a bad place to put the song. Might have been better to put it before Jackie, and then that way it sort of picks things up. But you know,
yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
Moving on to Roman Holiday. Was this a single?
It was released this week, but I don't think we covered it.
Right. Okay.
Did we not?
No, it was on the singles list, and then realised that it was out, and
Yeah.
then I think he took it off.
Yeah.
I enjoyed this one. I put here, but I thought maybe more could have been done with it.
Yeah, I think it kind of fit as a single. It's one of the ones I enjoy the most on the record. Again, partly because the higher voice. It's not even high, but just higher than slow ones. But I don't really remember it right now, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah, I enjoy this one of the most on the album. That makes sense as well. Yeah, I like this song. I like the guitar line in it and that kind of kind of guitar part. And I guess the point I made earlier, where I feel like a lot of their guitar work and stuff's got a lot better, and a bit more kind of interesting, I suppose, and complimentary. But yeah, not much more to say on that.
Okay, moving on to The Couple Across the Way.
No.
No?
Oh, I did not like. No, it is, but I'm saying no to
What?
the song.
That was just a visceral
Sorry,
reaction.
Sorry. No, it was correct, but no.
All right, well, you're wrong.
No.
I very much like this. It was a verse too long. About a minute too long. But because of how slow the song is, that was about a verse. I really like this. It's just basically him and an accordion for most of it, but then there is like just after halfway through a little bit of like a piano in the background and some other instrumentation that's added in. But I thought this was quite a beautiful song. And I thought potentially could have been the closer, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree with that, and I agree with that.
You agree with that, though.
Agreed with
That's
all of it.
fine. Sorry you didn't like it, Carl.
Yeah, just
I feel sorry for you.
Well,
Moving on to Skinty Fear. Have you got a fact about this song, mate? What does it mean?
Skinty Fear means fuck's sake.
Oh.
I think that's right. I feel like I might have forgotten that.
No,
Interestingly,
that's what you
it
said
doesn't
before.
mention the word Skinty Fear in the song, but it does in Roman
On
Holiday.
holiday, yeah, I noticed
Yeah.
that. You on Roman holiday.
Skinty Fear.
Again, this is one of the singles that was released ahead of the album that we covered. I like this as well. It sounds quite different because there's a lot more. There's a lot more going on.
Industrial sounding.
Industrial sound is what we said last time, wasn't it? I think. And then a bit of Depeche Mode, maybe kind of vibe.
yeah, it's good though.
Yeah, I'll go with that, and I'll shut up now.
Yeah. This is probably my favourite on the album, bar Jackie. I really like this one. It just feels dark and gritty. It's just what I'm into. It's just good. Yeah. Wish the record was a bit more like this, to be honest.
Yeah, I agree all round, really. Do you know what? You boys are just getting all my thoughts out before I say them. It's really
Well, that
working
way
well
you
for me,
don't
this.
fucking drag on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, let me tell you a bit about the phrase Skinty Fear, Yanni. Have you ever heard of the Irish deer? Go on.
A doe?
A deer?
Adele?
A female deer.
Fuck off, Cal.
Shut up.
Boys.
Come on.
I was going to tell you I love you, but you are quite mean to me sometimes, so maybe not.
Yeah, but you do
that's
those.
That's fair.
Don't lie.
I do love you.
Um,
You know I do.
I think it's more Stockholm syndrome.
I've never felt so well, so that it could be.
I Love You is the name of the song. Never realised this until this very moment. The intro sounds a bit Pixies-esque because of the bass. The bass sound sounds a bit like it could be a Pixies song. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, this was thanks. This was another single that was released. Same comments to be made as what were made on that episode that we covered it. To be honest, still like it. Still very nice. Good.
Good indeed. It feels very bleak, but in an interesting way that's not really predictable. The tension that's built is wonderful, and I kind of wish they didn't come back in the first time when they do it, but then it's a nice callback when they do eventually finish on it. if it's not.
What do you mean when they come back into the I love you, I love you?
Yeah,
That is one of the best parts of this song. You're insane for saying that. When it builds up and then it cuts back into I love you. Ah, gold. Gold.
I don't know. Just kind of
You're
wish. Maybe.
Definitely. This is. I mean, obviously, I can't say that Jackie Down Line's not the best song on this album. But forget about that.
You can't.
Forget about that. This is my favourite song off the album. I really love this. I get stuck in my head all the time. Just I love you. I think it's great. I think the juxtaposition.
Oh, we love that word here.
I'm putting it to you as your MP. Of the two parts, those heavier parts and the I love you part, whatever that is. I've decided just to stop making up whether they're verse or choruses. I don't know. I don't have a fucking clue. They're parts. But yeah, I love it. Love it. Love the song. And the ending's great. I think it dwindles out very nicely. Yeah, God.
Are you done yet, mate, or what?
Stick it in me. Mainline it into my soul. Crack on.
Moving on to Nabokov.
Nabokov.
The closer of the album. Wasn't really too asked about this. The only bit I did enjoy was the backing vocals.
Yep.
And then subsequently the outro, because it's the instruments and the backing vocals just playing. So yeah, but the rest of it, not really. Don't care for it.
Yeah,
I agree 100% with Yanni. I just want to say, Cal, in case you have more points, because I don't. I agree with Yanni 100%. And I also want to add this. It reminds me somewhat of Eve Tumor.
Yeah, I can kind of get on board with that. Yeah. I was a little bit disappointed with this track, personally, because of how interested I was by the intro of it. And it just kind of didn't follow that up. And it just felt a little bit lackluster, which was a shame. But kind of...
Fontaines D.C, isn't it, this one?
It is. We have been talking about this band the whole time.
Yeah, I did say before there's no shame this week. It is a shame.
Sorry.
No worries. It's not sorry either. It's Fontaines
yeah,
D.C.
Okay. I was alluding to that, Liam, but yeah, sound. Yeah, but I was disappointed with this one. And that is kind of the overriding theme of the album.
Oh, cry about it, Cal.
Oh, shut up, Callum.
What's the point in us doing reviews if you're just going to slag me off every time I review something? Just...
no, it's fair.
It is fair, because I'm
harsh but fair.
big.
It's,
yeah.
disappointing end to the album for me personally. I didn't think it ended the album very well.
No, Liam, you've made such a good point.
Thanks, yeah.
I've spent too much time with you today. We've had 2 different recording slots. I'm tired.
Yeah.
Oh, what would you rate it, you cunts?
You go first.
Don't
go
go
Colin goes
first,
first.
so.
Don't break the sequence.
I'm gonna give it a 7.
I think it's only right to give it a 7.
Yeah, I would give it a 7 as well. Which means that, mode, median,
Ding,
mean
ding, ding,
are all
ding,
7.
ding.
But what's the range? That is the underlying question.
It's a big fat stonking naught.
So straight up bumhole.
Is it the first time? No, it won't be the first time. But we very rarely all agree.
Yeah, we very rarely do.
But I can't think of. We've all give 10s to Gang of Youths, but apart from that, I can't. None stick out. Why would they?
War on Drugs.
Did we all give that a
No, we
9?
didn't. No.
I didn't give that a 10. I don't think.
No, I don't think you did.
What a cock.
Was I right? Was I wrong? Who knows?
Wrong.
But Skinty FIA from Fontaines D.C, 7 out of 10, 3.5 out of 5, 70 out of 100, and 42 out of
Go on.
50. No, that's not right. Yeah, it is. No, it's not. It's definitely not.
Okay.
What is it? Out of
I don't
60?
care.
42 out of 60.
No one gives a shit.
No, that's not right either.
There were 2 other albums released this week that have been noted down on our...
42 out of 60 it is. No, 42 out of 60 is right.
We're still on this, are we? Have we not moved on? I'm trying to move us along.
42 out of 60. Well done, Fontaines D.C. Dublin City.
Yep. There was Hingers at album and what's PPC?
Psychedelic Poker Puppets.
Yeah, don't care.
There is. Do you have anything to say about that, Carl?
So
Um,
King Gizzard
other
just
than-
released 2 albums, did they?
No.
Other
King
than the
Gizzard
fact that I didn't listen to it, I've got nothing to say.
Have
Alright.
you listened to either, Yanni?
No, I haven't.
Okay, I'll mention the
We
King
talk about
Gizzard
it, mate.
album.
Come
Omnium Gatherum, I think it's called. I've not listened to it in full because it's a long album. I listened to about half of it, and I was interested. I was very interested in it. I just didn't finish it because I was busy doing something else. But in that half of the album I listened to, they covered pretty much every style that they've covered before in one album, which was pretty interesting.
Okay.
And there was also one song that was distinctly hip hop. He was rapping. He was rapping on this song.
Oh, wow, okay.
And I think it's worth checking out. I think I might listen to it in full tomorrow, because it seemed interesting. But yeah, that's all I've got to say on that.
Thanks.
I would say maybe we should push it
Oh.
as a album spotlight next week, but there's
No,
something else.
I don't
Something
want
else.
to do that.
Blossoms and Block Party.
Oh, well,
Block Party, I was thinking. It was Blossoms next week as well.
Yeah. What was the one you were talking about then?
King Gizzard.
I thought that was this week.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
is.
was.
Well, we're not doing it next week then. No.
Well, that's why I
We're
said
doing
if there's
Blossoms.
nothing next week, then we could have.
I've got some.
How
I've
could I
got some-
listen to a single word you just said?
No,
Callum
because I've got
completely
some
blocked out
news.
my voice. I don't
I've
care.
got some news, which
Who
is
are you,
a bit
fucking
of a sad
Jon Snow.
way to end it on.
Oh,
You know,
Jesus.
Bonehead from Oasis.
Oh,
yeah.
He's got tonsil cancer.
Yeah.
No, it's a bit of shit.
Yeah, I
What were you going to do?
No, I was not going to say anything, but it's just
Yeah, well, yeah.
yeah, just get
Get
well
well
soon,
soon.
Bonehead. Yeah,
Yep.
You bloody bonehead.
Kept boning heads some more.
Where does Bonehead come
Brother.
from? Has he ever? Do we know that?
has he always been
Just
bald
that
or
he's a
something?
bit of a
Oh,
He
bit of
might.
a divvy.
Maybe. Should maybe call you
bit
Bonehead.
harsh. Got a fucking cancer, mate. Anyway, we're gonna close off the recording because I'm done with both of you. Okay. Instagram and Facebook, find us there at Falls in the Hill Podcast. Twitter is going to be at Falls in the Hill Pod. YouTube, Falls in the Hill Podcast. Type that in. You'll see us.
You'll see half of Yanni.
Hopefully, this video will be on there. Unfortunately, if I can work it out, there'll be some kind of written thing that says why my camera's not working. If not, then you just won't know. This is pointless because it's right at the end of the thing anyway.
Yeah,
So
they're already aware we've talked about it.
yeah. Anyway, thanks for having us. Love yourselves. Because if you can't love yourself,
How the hell you gonna love somebody else?
Amen.
I forgot the phrase then. Oh, well done then.
Liam, before we go,
No, I haven't got anything.
you cow.
What gets wet the more it dries?
A towel.
Bingo, well done, guys. There's your
Bye-bye.
riddle for this week.
on that
Amen.
note,
Oh.
Can I get an amen up in here?
hey man.
to
Goodbye.
the
To the
moon.
moon. To the moon.
Are we going to stop recording now? Or?
Gonna take me away.
Done.
Have you stopped?